yet.
Christmas Eve, house smells like ham and regret. Eggnog in my veins, bad decisions just met. Belts cutting deep, stomach starting to riot. There's a demon in my colon screaming, fuck you, silent night. Lights on the tree, but my eyes are gone black. Sweat rolling down like a full-scale attack. Grandma's praying, kids running wild. Meanwhile, my asshole's crowning like a fucking child. Bathrooms occupied, door locked tight. Someone's taking a bath, I'm losing this fight. Clenching so hard, I'm seeing stars. Jesus Christ, I should have stayed in the car. Holding back hell, ain't Christmas time. Ass kicks clap, holding back the slime. One wrong move, it's a war crime scene. Gonna shit next on the hall's dead indeed. Sleigh bells ring, but my gut scream no. This turd wants freedom, it's ready to go. If I lose this fight, it's the end of the tree. Cold brown Christmas, remember me. Uncle Mike's drunk, talking politics loud. I'm bent like a gargoyle, sweating, not proud. Every cough's a gamble, every fart a lie. I don't trust a damn thing south of my spine. Cookies on the table, milk by the fire. My colon's building pressure like a funeral pyre. Stockings hung, but I'm hung out to dry. One sneeze away from public defecation homicide. Kids want pictures, come on, just smile. I'm fighting lava, what's fake to deny? I feel the turtle peak, then retreat in shame. This ain't a drill, not a fucking game. Holding back hell at Christmas time. Assholes screaming like a wartime cry. If the shit gets loose, it's breaking news. Holy shit, I'm gonna ruin you. Angels sing while I pray to die. Brown snow, green level sky. One false step and the room goes still. Cold brown Christmas, brown horror and unholy will. Clench, breathe, don't trust the bubble. That ain't gas, that's Satan knocking. On the back door. Porcelain throne feels a mile away. I see my life flashing in fecal decay. If I go down now, tell the wife I tried. Tell Santa Christmas trees so innocent they lie. I'm holding back hell at Christmas time. Asshole flexing like a crime scene line. Trees too close, the rug's too white. One more step and it's a shit midnight. Sleigh bells jangle, my guts exploded. I break for the bedroom, cold brown mode. Door slam shut, salvation seen. Christ is born and so is the street. Sounds like angels, silence falls. Family wonders where I went. I emerge, pale reborn. Changed Christmas survives. But the toilet wrecked.
Happy holidays.
Oh boy.
I was just trying to figure out, how could I do an intro that's both holiday-like and grotesque at the same time.
You achieved your goal.
Yeah. I had a better one that was more Christmassy, but it was still the same basic words, so it's still kind of gross. Anyway, so happy holidays to
Happy
everyone.
holidays. Unfortunately, I want to start this on a sad note.
Oh.
Adam the Woo has passed away. If you don't know who he is, he is a vlogger on YouTube. I follow him. I watch him all the time. He's associated with a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, and apparently he died in his sleep. They haven't really said much, but they found him in his bed. And he's a cool dude. He did lots of videos about like traveling and stuff like that. Mostly it dealt with like Disney, and it dealt with Universal and West Coast, East Coast, and also he just did a lot of like Disney lore and stuff like that, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Disney shit.
Yeah. And he lived in Paradise in Florida.
Have you ever been there?
I've driven through it.
Yeah, I thought it was anything but.
It didn't live up to the expectations, and but
Shithole
what a
Florida's dead
bummer.
on what it says, but
he used apparently. I think I heard this correctly. There's a show, a vlogger I watch called Super Enthused, and apparently he was her boyfriend at some point in the near past. He's very close with the Philly captain, apparently as well. So anyway, that's. I just wanted to send out my condolences to his family. Not that they're going to listen to this shithole, but I enjoyed watching his stuff, man. It was cool. And he did a lot of cool stuff. We talked about like a lot of stuff that went on in Orlando. That was cool too. So yeah, sorry.
That sucks. I don't get into podcasters. I think they're scum.
He's a vlogger.
Same thing. I know what it is. It's
but aren't you one?
Yeah, I shit. Yeah,
You hate yourself.
I disgust myself.
Okay.
Yes, I'm self.
Well, we know people that hate themselves, and
oh yeah, and they
Yeah.
take it out on everyone else.
yeah,
I don't. I just take it out on myself.
it's interesting.
Yeah, but so happy holidays to all you people that get upset about Merry Christmas. And
I don't
Merry
give a
Christmas
crap.
to all you people who don't give a shit about anything. And
Hanukkah's over anyway.
happy Hanukkah, but we're late for
I
that.
think it's
and
over.
I don't know what Kwanzaa is about, so I'm gonna just ignore it.
Good holiday party down at Screwballs on
Yeah,
Saturday.
that was a lot of fun.
We didn't do anything holiday-esque, but it was that was a fun show.
There were decorations.
There was an elf.
I did see an elf.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was an elf.
But the beers were flowing and the drinks were had by many. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of cool people came down and hung out. And I'm trying to remember, did we get anybody up to do any songs with us? I don't think we did. We should have. There were some people there that could have got up. I don't know what happened with that.
I think because you guys were rushed because
We were running a little. We had an opening band.
Hey, Joy, Merry Christmas.
Hello, Joy. We had the Pouchet experience. I
Yeah.
caned still. I
They
still
were,
don't.
they were pretty good.
I know.
I was
Joy, I
pleasantly
missed you on
surprised.
Saturday. I know you weren't working. Obviously, it was fun. It was
Right,
A lot of
I
fun.
forgot Festivus. Sorry, Michael.
Yes, for the rest, I just saw a commercial for it when you were out.
Yeah.
Getting the car.
Yeah, we
thing.
started late. Sorry about that. Had to
Yeah,
run out.
so,
had to do something.
I was thinking on Saturday night, if you go, we'll probably end up, down there.
Oh yeah, well usually yeah.
Because I think the show I'm doing
Hey
ends
Mark,
at
happy
11 o'clock.
happy.
Mark Perry. I'm going to be up in your neighborhood this weekend with Old School. We're going to be up at the Sellersville Moose Lodge. Now, you have to be a member to get in there, but apparently
Or
if you
you have to
know
be a moose.
if you know somebody
Yeah.
who's a member, and Matt McKeon and the band is a member,
I have been to a Moose
you
Club
can get
function, and I was not a moose.
so sometimes you can get in. I don't know that you can call the lodge if you want, but last week they had somebody there. I think it was our friend Dave McGuire's band.
Oh, nice.
I think it was them. It was pretty crowded.
The mooses know how to party.
Yeah, Michael's got a lot of problems with you people.
Well, yeah, because he celebrates Festivus.
Getting out his aluminum pole.
That's right.
I always wanted to put up an aluminum pole in the living room.
I think people would think it was for something else.
They would be confused,
Yeah.
but I want to do that one year.
Yeah, you should do that.
That would be fun.
Just put it up for just.
And then I
just go out to a
I'm
junkyard and
known
get
for
some
getting
pole.
angry and saying things.
Oh yeah.
So
well,
that would be fun.
that would be nice. Actually.
Yeah. It's not usually when I drink though. See, that's the problem. I have to be like sober. That's when
Oh
I'm
yeah.
angry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sober and somebody
See,
mixing up some wires.
Well, I mean, wait a minute. Let me look this up because I know there's actually. Let's see.
What's that?
Hang on.
And you know what? We continued the party Saturday night after we left the bar. We came back to the Adler bar,
Yep.
and my wife was traveling, so we were able to come back here and
What I want.
continue the festivities, if you will. A few of us came back here, and that was fun.
Okay, so here, let's see.
I think we were going till like 4 in the morning.
Here we go. So there. It says 4 types of drunk personalities, at least on Psychology Today. So there is the Mr. Hyde. So
Okay.
you just decreased consciousness, intellect, and just, or dick.
I think I know who that is.
There's the Nutty Professor. You become way more outgoing and goofy. I know one of those guys, which oddly enough, I call him Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive because it's exactly from that video. The Mary Poppins, because
Jim Navis?
you remain agreeable and cheerful. And then there's the Hemingway, where you really don't change at all. Now, which one do you think you are?
I don't think I'm any of them. I just become very jovial. And I usually get really amorous.
Oh, well, all right. We're not going to let you have that. So,
Not with you.
oh, good.
Yeah,
back
you're
that.
fine.
That's fine.
But
I don't want to talk.
yeah, I like talking about dirty shit when I'm fucked up.
You didn't do any of that this time. You were just hanging out
No,
with
no,
Matt.
it just depends on the company. But it doesn't happen normally outside of that. So, given the right circumstances and the perfect company,
I was just there.
But I generally just become very happy,
Yeah,
and I like to listen to music. That's the other thing. I love listening to music I like listening to music all the time, but when I'm tanked up, it takes on another level.
At least you're not one of those guys. Like, wait, rewind it like 5 more times. I got to hear that again.
No,
Wait,
but that's what was happening when we got
hear
back
that?
here
Did you hear
Saturday
that?
night.
What?
Maddie and I were just sitting there watching.
Yeah, you guys were watching music
videos and talking about music deeply.
Yeah,
It was good.
I was over there arguing with everyone.
I
else.
know.
Not much.
I didn't know. You
I
told
was
me
fine.
about it.
I was fine. No, it wasn't really
Oh, the
bad.
camera's crooked. Huh. Look at the ceiling. It's like all.
It's always like that.
Huh.
It's bent. That's what happens.
That's what happens when you do a show from a bunker,
Well,
hidden in
we started late. We
somewhere
had
in Upper Marion.
yeah, underneath the junkyard.
Yeah,
That doesn't really help.
down
you,
by
though.
the railroad tracks.
Underneath the let's see how to make it even more mysterious. Under the Superfund site.
Well,
That could be anywhere.
yeah.
Merry Christmas Eve. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Is the night before Christmas.
So you know what sucks is my wife is flying back from Italy, so
That does suck.
she's been traveling
Wait, for her it sucks.
for over 12 hours right now. She's on a flight from Atlanta right now. So by the time she gets
Could have
home
been
tonight,
there for 14 hours.
she is going to be toast, man, and jet lagged.
Wait, from Atlanta?
Yeah, she had a layover in Atlanta for 2 hours.
From Milan.
Yes. Direct flight from
When
Milan
the
to
hell does a flight from Milan go to Atlanta?
today.
Why? What airline was
The
that?
fuck do I know?
What airline?
I don't know. I know that
Spirit?
she's American coming here,
Oh, for fuck's sake,
she
man. That
took-
doesn't make any sense.
Lufthansa, to go there.
And it probably went from New York.
It went from Philly to
Well, that's-
Germany,
That's close enough.
Frankfurt, Germany.
But I mean,
and
why
from-
would it come so far south for a layover at the Delta hub?
Dude, I don't. I
That's
don't.
just-
Maybe she flew Delta. I
It
don't.
makes no sense.
You know what? I don't fucking care. But what I do know is tomorrow she's going to be toast.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get what time? She's gonna crawl into the house. You need to get her into bed because wherever she hits the floor, she's not moving.
Yeah, that's not her style.
Wasn't mine either.
Yeah, she did. You know, when she went over, it was the same thing. So they traveled for. It was an ungodly amount of time because I think they had like a 3-hour layover on the way over.
See, I always took
Now, when I went over there once. I went over and did a cruise where we did the Mediterranean,
yeah.
and we flew to Spain, which was fucked up. We were up for like 30 hours, but we hung out and drank and ate, and then I just laid in bed and I stared at the ceiling because I was so overtired.
Yeah. I fell asleep standing up in a Paris street once.
And the
first
next
time I
day we went on this tour, and we were on some tour bus, and I slept the whole time on the tour bus as they were pointing out important things.
we were lucky.
Luckily, I was awake for when we got off the bus. We went to it's a very famous cathedral that's really crazy. It's got all kinds of crazy sculptures in
Spain?
it in Spain.
I don't know.
Look it up.
I don't know. I've never been to Spain.
It's psychotically weird, which I found very interesting.
I mean, most of the stuff over there is. I remember going even to the Vatican. Well, we went.
No, it's not like that. It's ultra modern.
Oh,
It's sort of like Picasso if Picasso had done it.
Ew. That is going to give me nightmares.
Spanish.
But when we went to Italy, there were just body parts everywhere. Like we had kids from St. Catherine's
Okay,
of
here it
Siena
is.
and Wayne, and they went to St. Catherine's.
It's the
Siena, their head was
Sagrada Familia. If you look it up,
Uh-huh.
the place is insane. Like, okay, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, it's just buttressed all to hell and yeah.
No. Look at all the different carvings.
It looked kind of Moorish to me.
There's a lot of skulls and weird.
What the hell is this
things.
called?
Sagrada Familia. It's still under construction. It's been under construction for over 200 years.
Lazy fucking
And the
Spaniards.
the stained glass is absolutely incredible. It's not what you picture. It's not the old-fashioned cathedrals, but it's a light show inside when the light hits these stained glass windows. And I'd heard about it. My boss went there because he went there for business, and then
Yep, it is a modernism
Yeah,
or
it's
Art
modernism.
Nouveau kind of thing, and
crazy. It's not what you think. It is not like
it's fugly. It looks like the Mormon Tabernacle
crazy.
or whatever the hell that thing's
Fucking insane. Anyway, I did stay awake for that, and then we walked back to our hotel from there.
called. It looks like it's made out of like coral.
I think it's cement.
Well, probably, but I mean, it looks like coral. No, it looks like it's made out of rocks.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It looks like a skeleton. I don't like that.
I have some pretty cool pictures in my phone. We lost everybody on that. Nobody wanted to talk about the Sagrada.
That's okay. Nobody knows what it is. I didn't even know what it is.
But anyway, by the next day, I was good. Like I had adjusted, and then we got on the boat, and
Yeah,
We went- we
going
went-
over it takes about a day.
we went to Nice, France. That was our first stop, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Nice is nice. And
Nice is
I'm
nice.
not trying to be weird.
No, it is. That's nice.
But did you sleep on the plane over?
I don't remember if I did. I think I may have taken a nap, but we had lots of movies to watch, and we had a bunch we brought with us, but then we flew business class because my wife decided let's just spend all the money.
All right. Hey, I was in
So we had
coach over there. It's
all kind of
horrifying.
movies to watch. It was great. I will say, I had never flown that way before. I did fly first class once to Jamaica. I don't know how that happened, but
That's just Jamaica.
it was really cool, man. Like they bring you out the little heated towels and all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
I've never flown first class. I don't really care.
Now, normally we fly, if we're going to Florida, we'll fly, Frontier or whatever just to get there.
So you got to be careful with that though, because now they don't. Those you might get they'll just cancel it.
Well, whatever. I'm just letting you know, like when we go, to Florida, but we did have a bad experience with Frontier flying to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
It was too long a flight to be sitting in a bus seat because, it doesn't recline. I ended up with a kink in my neck one time we went to Vegas going that way. So now when we go to Vegas, we always go American Airlines.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
ands,
I used to
ifs,
fly
about it.
Delta a lot, and then American.
And if
Eastern.
we can't afford to do the trip because the airfare is X, then we go. Guess we're not going. Like
take a train, I'm sure that's comfy.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah,
We
let me
actually-
take a month off.
No, it only takes like a couple days. We took a train from Paris to Venice when we were over there when I was 16.
Oh, the
That was cool.
whole nother world.
That was like a sleep. That was like the Harry Potter thing. It was
The
like a sleeper
trains,
thing.
the trains in Europe. We used to have train system here, but the train,
Well, yeah.
the modern train system there is like where we would be if we had never done that.
But see,
Everything is super efficient. Nance told me that
Well-
they took trains everywhere while she was there recently.
yeah, nice.
They went to Milan. She stayed in Alessandra, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
They went to multiple places, and it's like every train ride is like an hour to there or an hour to there. And she said it was super easy to to do the traveling. So now she's done and gone and forged it all out and figured it all out, and then I'll go and install Be Easy Street because our stepdaughter's moving there.
Oh, that's neat.
So she's going to be moving there probably sometime next year, and she's taking the dog.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I wonder how that's going to work.
Like 6 months of quarantine.
If there's quarantine, I'm going to be saying some stuff.
I think you
I
might.
think they don't have quarantine there. I think it's only coming back
Uh,
because she's looked into it.
I don't know.
But,
Maybe Europe's different.
but anyway, she's getting her visa and all that, and she's working on all that, and all that has to go through before it happens.
that's
but,
fun stuff.
But we will be, if she moves there, we're gonna go visit her. Like
I gotta do that.
well, place to stay at least. And I have some business associates over there now from my latest. I was telling you last week, with Lavazza and stuff. So maybe I'll be hanging out with some of those cats.
Nice.
And really, I'll be hanging out with the cats, not the people.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They're just as weird over there too. But yeah, we got over there, we were taking that train ride, and like I didn't know anything. I didn't even want to go. I really didn't even want to leave the country. I was just like, fuck, why don't I want to go to Europe? Everyone left there to come here.
That was the thought that I had as I.
But yeah, but
boarded
my
plane.
friends were like, come on, let's go. So, all right, so hey, Mom, Dad, is it okay if I go on this? They're like, oh God, yeah. How long is it? Only 10 days? Fuck. But
That's about the time I was going for
10-day
a
trips
decent
are a bitch.
10 or 12 days, I think.
They will knock your ass out.
It was coming back to work that was the stressful part. Like, what am I going to walk into? What's going to happen?
I'm looking forward to that in a couple of weeks. But no, when we
I'm
went
hoping
over
the next time I go, I won't have a job. So
when we got to the train station, we were in Gare de Lyon in Paris, and all the kids it was like all these kids that like were foreign language people. Like it was the foreign language club apparently that went, because next year when I went to school, they made me take a picture in that club, and I didn't know I was a part of it. But they were all like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get a TGV. This is gonna be awesome." I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And they're supposed to be like the European like version of a bullet train, not a real, but they're fast. So we go there, and there's our track, and there's a TCV right there, like it's TGV, this really cool looking train, and everybody's they're so excited. And I'm just like, let me get on the goddamn train. So about 5 minutes before we're supposed to board, it pulls out, and this thing pulled. I didn't even know it was an engine. It looked like a caboose that had been through in an accident.
you guys got the budget train.
We got the shit train from this was like Italian war surplus train. And I was like,
I don't think they have any of those in service anymore now.
There we go.
So Jim Navis is asking why I'm not watching Kiss right now. I can watch it in rerun whenever I want, and they didn't even perform on it, so I don't even really fucking care.
Yeah.
So,
plus you got to do this,
I got to do this,
and we have beer. Too.
and we have beer.
You want new beer? Or you want to finish that one first?
Let me finish this. Give me a second.
Just looking in here and see what we got here. Okay, just want to make sure everything's fine here. There we go. All right, now everything's good.
It's almost there. Got about
Yep. Take your time. Take your time.
24th left.
Sure.
8th.
So then, so we're gonna have. So it looks like Murphy's is gonna be the winner.
I think it's the winner, and that's going to go over well with the wife because she likes Murphy's.
All right, so we'll do Murphy's. So we'll have to run out.
It's funny how she's a redhead and she likes Murphy's.
She's got a little Irish in her.
According to her daughter, did the 23andMe or one of those things. There seems to be majority.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. She's probably like 90%, if not all Irish.
Now Bree's only 3/4 Irish because her mom is half Scottish.
Well, now Alex's father and Nance's ex is he's Italian and something. I don't know. He might be part Italian.
There was a little Italian in mine. I was kind of irritated by that, but
I don't know his other side. Now me, I've got Italian blood. I've got British blood and Eastern European. Jewish blood.
I'm like Norway, England, Scotland, Ireland. White bread, stuff like that. I mean,
You're just Euro trash.
And then there's like a little smattering of like Italian. I was like, well, yeah, I was born in Norristown. You can't not be a little Italian.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, Norristown was very Italian.
My neighborhood was very, 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 very
apparently Italian. My genetic father, he was first generation American. His mother was an immigrant from Italy, and his father was an immigrant from England, which is interesting. If you think about how things are.
Yeah, they come over and they all get thrown into the same place. So.
Weird. I did watch that thing that nobody was supposed to watch.
What was that?
That 60 Minutes report I got to see.
That?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I have to watch that. I saw them bother.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, thank you, Canada.
Yeah. Anyway, well, check it out if you want to see it. It's interesting.
I was looking at a picture of the Thank You Canada sign we put up in 1980.
What was that for?
When they kept all our hostages safe in Iran.
Oh, I thought it was because we Rush 2112 or something.
No. We took it down after Bryan Adams had a hit here. People were pissed.
So I just watched a little special with Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams was a big-time songwriter before he hit.
Back when he was working at the drive-in.
He wrote some of the biggest, speaking of Kiss, he wrote some of the biggest Kiss songs post-Original 4. There's an album called Creatures of the Night, and there was a writing team called Adams Valence. and they wrote the song "War Machine,"
Oh.
which is a pretty heavy song. Like people get shocked when I tell them that. Dog's right behind you if you move your chair.
I'm not going to move my chair.
And people don't like you go, wait a minute, I wouldn't associate Bryan Adams with War Machine.
No, I mean,
It's pretty cool.
I've been, when I play around with
Rock
those,
and Roll Hell is the other song he wrote.
like that song you played, there are two versions of that.
Okay.
Same lyrics,
It's, yeah.
but I mean, like, all right, really quick.
Well,
I'm not
his
gonna
other
play it.
version of his version of War Machine was a little different, but it's still essence.
I mean,
of the
this
song.
is one version. Let's get to just lyrics, then I'll cut it off. Let's get it.
It's on the tree, but my eyes are gone black.
All right, so that's one version of it, and then
Right.
I know I have another
hair
version.
metal-y.
Yeah, and then there's like same song, different music.
It's Christmas Eve. House smells like ham and regret.
I like this better.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it better because it's funny and it's more
Oh, that one's actually a lot
apropos
better
for the show.
Yeah, that one's much better. I just thought you might like the metal one better. I am sorry. I'll do better next time.
Yeah, it's a bummer, man. We lost everybody.
Ah.
I did
Well, no, we did. Yeah.
I guess they're all watching Kiss.
Yeah, he reminded them it was on. They're like, oh,
Oh, well, shit! I gotta go watch that. Don't they have some kind of way to record things now?
no.
DV.
DVD. We've had 3 people watching on YouTube,
Oh, well, good for them.
so that's pretty good for us.
Because you can watch us anytime on there.
Yeah, I actually started putting a video for that that song up there because I thought that'd be easier, and then I thought it would also.
I would do that. Yeah, you should do
Well,
that.
I wanted to do it with the lyrics.
What do you do that under? Do you do it under the show or
Show,
do you,
yeah.
Oh.
I had it up there and I took it down because I wanted to do it with lyrics because sometimes it's hard to understand the lyrics.
Uh-huh.
So especially if it's a metal song, but
Especially when that editor puts in the weird echoes.
yeah, that was a pain.
Weird.
But yeah, well, then again, if oh my God, move. If you do it this way, this is very easy to understand.
It's my grandfather's music.
It's Christmas Eve. House smells like ham and regret. Eggnog in my veins. Bad decisions just met.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. I have eggnog up there if you want some.
I don't. I love eggnog.
I love eggnog.
but it's just like drinking butter.
Oh. That's probably why I gained 3 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, like Caitlin's like, I love this. Do you like it? I'm like, yeah. She said, why don't you ever drink it? I'm like, because I want to fit through the door.
I am done that beer.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I've been doing the last couple of days. Because I didn't have much to do. I've been, in the house and wife's out of town. And just,
So by the way, we've done this before. We never rated it, but we're not rating it this time.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah. So I've been working on guitars, man, and I worked on 4 guitars
Make sure this doesn't explode.
yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. Yes. Worked on 4 different guitars yesterday. I worked on 2 Telecasters. The one didn't need any work, so it's really not fair to even bring it into the group. But I worked on a Telecaster and 2 Strats, and got them. I think I got them into fighting shape. The blue one, bluish green one behind you in particular. Hey, Tom Nally's in the house.
What up?
I got that thing playing really good.
Very nice.
And next up is that blonde one down there by you.
Yeah.
That I want to get that thing rocking.
I thought you'd been working on that one already.
I have a love-hate relationship with. I think the neck on it's no good. It's just not a good neck. I bought so there's a company called Stratosphere, and they sell parted out guitars. Now, probably the reason some of these things are getting parted out is maybe somebody was like, "Man, I don't think this neck's any good." I don't know. So I buy parts off them, and I put guitars together from parts, and it just doesn't seem like they ever play that great. Like the ones that I buy that are pre-assembled from the factory.
You're buying shit. You're gonna play like shit.
Well, they're
You tweak 'em.
Fender
Look at that.
authorized stuff. It's real. It's the real thing.
That's what I like about Boddington's. Yeah, that was gross. But
That's from
yeah, I know.
Lacey.
I like that. The 3 levels of beer. That's gonna sit for a bit.
So Tom Nally, I was. It's funny. So I keep thinking about Sam Ash closing, and I always think of the store up at Franklin Mills because that's where I went that day when I ran into you that time. Normally this time of year, I would go over to New Jersey and I would stock up for my New Year's thing. Like, we usually have people over, a couple friends and stuff like that. And I usually go over there and I get different things. We'll get like apple cider and stuff like that, hard cider and, different things. Because Paul Morgan always wanted the hard apple cider. And Paul and I would make an afternoon of it. We'd probably go to like 3 or 4 other guitar stores. Then we'd head over to Cherry Hill and we would, legally but illegally go to the Total Wine and put a bunch of stuff in my trunk, and then it ended up here.
it's not like you're going to Delaware.
I've done that trip a few times. Anyway, we would go over there and get what we needed, the things that we really want, not the run-of-the-mill stuff. Because Total Wine back in the 90s, they were like one of the only places we could go to get that stuff. I was living in East Falls at the time, or in Roxborough, depending on where I was.
No liquor there.
Well, we couldn't get some of the stuff we got at Total Wine in Jersey. So we would go over there, and it was an excuse for us to go to Sam Ash and Guitar Center, which were right next to each other, basically, with Total Wine in the middle. So it was like
shopping.
Shangri-La, man.
Yeah.
We would go over to Sam Ash and check out everything over there. Then we'd head over to Guitar Center. And one year we went with a bunch of guys. We like 3 or 4 of us all took a ride. My buddy Larry ended up buying a bass at Guitar Center, he still has it. It's a great bass, man. It's gone up in value considerably. Fender bass.
That's what you need a time machine for. You don't need to go back and steal gold. Just buy a bunch of guitars.
Well, better to buy stock.
Well, yeah, that too.
So I was watching something recently.
Don't give away my secrets.
There was a car that came up on auction, and apparently the guy bought a 98 or 99 Formula or Trans Am WS6, which is a really cool car for the time it came out. It was an LT1, I think, or an LS1 engine, I forget, but 330 horsepower. He put it away. He put like 200 miles on it the whole time he owned it because he knew it would go up in value. And then, unfortunately, I think he passed away.
Well, that's where these things, the really nice ones, come from.
The wife sold it, and it did gain a lot of value. Right?
How about $400?
So the thing gained a decent amount of dollars for what it was. However, the person that was doing the video that I watched said, had they taken that same money and put it in the stock market, they would have had like $1.5 million. So
If you did it right.
correct.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that because when I was younger, I used to buy a lot of guitars cheap, thinking I would have a fortune when I was older. But I've done better with my 401k than any guitar I've ever bought. So.
But it's funny because when I was in Florida, my cousin had a friend who used to do that. He went out and I cannot remember. I think he got like a 69 GTO, like mint.
That's worth some cash today.
And it was from an old lady who was like, her son had it. Like he didn't come back from Vietnam.
You hear a lot of
and it
stories
was just,
like
it
that.
was just, and
Yeah.
so this fucking vulture, I can't remember his name. I can picture his face though. He went looking for ads from old ladies about cars and stuff. And then my cousin started
man, it's a
doing
living.
it. Yeah,
Somebody's gotta
I mean
do it.
that was how we found the Superbird, 1970 Superbird. Which we were just driving around my neighborhood actually, and like looking for nice cars, and he would actually go up and be like, yeah, "You feel like selling that?"
No, that's a thing.
And he saw this car, and he looked at it, and he goes, "That's a Superbird." It was under a tarp, and he goes, "I know that's a Superbird."
They're kind of easy to see.
And I mean, like, the back of it's like 6 feet off the ground. Yeah, what else is it? So we
put 2x4s in my trunk.
We rolled up. He knocked on the door and he asked the guy about it. He goes, no, but you want to see it? And we're like, yes, please. And it's a red one. It's got like the Roadrunner Racing Team logo on the back.
Now, they did make Superbirds without the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also made them without the whole thing. They were just 69.
So here,
Roadrunners.
Tom Nally's now. You're late, Tom. I already did this.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah.
It's terrible. It's awful. It is absolutely awful. I am a follower of Adam, and we did a little dedication to him in the beginning of the show. Only 51 years old. That's right.
How does that happen?
That's a heart thing.
Then again, I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Look, if I had never been diagnosed with the stuff that I have, I'd be dead.
If I wasn't super lucky or, well, no, lucky, I should be dead.
I went to doctors and I had some issues. Well, I got a blood test when I got married the first time in '94.
They did that?
Of course, they did a blood test.
I didn't get a blood test.
They did a blood test.
They stopped because all they ever tested for in
So I went
Pennsylvania was
I
syphilis.
went to my doc and I went in. I got this whole blood work up because of that, and they came back and they said we need to talk to you. I had to go in the office.
That's really weird. They did that.
So I'm assuming it's a heart thing, Tom. And I had high cholesterol. I had 330 cholesterol. I weighed 135 pounds at that time if I was soaking wet.
Doesn't matter.
It was a genetic thing. And had I not gone on medicine at that point to reduce my cholesterol, and I changed my diet a bit, and I worked out more than I did, I probably would have had coronary heart disease and all that stuff.
Yeah, my aunt is 4'11", and she probably weighs about 90 pounds, and her cholesterol, last I heard, was almost 500.
That's insane,
That's
man.
not blood. That's mayonnaise.
That's mayonnaise, yeah. But that's your body doing that. So
Yeah.
anyway, I was watching Freiburger. Freiburger is he's a car guy.
Yeah.
He did Roadkill and all those shows and on Motor Trend, and he used to be a writer for like CarCraft and Hot Rod magazine, and he grew up in L.A. and he does YouTube stuff now because Motor Trend dropped all their fucking shows and everybody lost their
Nothing
jobs.
makes money now.
No, that wasn't what happened. It's a whole nother story.
Well, there's that too.
But him and guys like Derek Bieri all lost their source of income. Oh, that's cool. You got to meet him, dude. That's cool. Oh, you never got to meet him.
No, never.
I would like to have met him. We're doing two conversations at once. We're doing typing conversations and real conversations. Anyway,
Hey, you gotta pay attention.
so anyway, I was last night while I was working on these guitars, I was flipping around YouTube and one of Freiberger's videos came up, and he does these cool videos. He had a Superbird with no wing,
That's weird.
his '70s Superbird,
Huh.
and he graduated the same year we did, '85.
Now, I've seen him without the wing. I thought that was like an aftermarket thing. Like they just took it
Well,
off.
this is post wing nose, before when they took the nose off of it and all that.
So it's just a 69
It's like a
Roadrunner?
Yeah, or Coronet, or I don't know, whatever. Anyway, he shows all these pictures while he does these videos, and he goes around L.A. and shows you where all the speed shops were, and then he goes and shows you where all the rock clubs were, because he was like a metal guy back in the day. Fucking great if you have a minute and you like hot rods and folklore of an era that's gone, and you like hair metal. I mean, it's only a small portion of a show, and just the history of L.A. Movies and television and all that. Check out his stuff on YouTube. Look him up.
Yeah, check that out.
Very cool. He showed you the Hollywood Bowl. Just all these different little things. I love L.A. I probably love it more than I love Vegas. I just haven't had the chance to go there as much.
I've actually never been.
I went there once, so 9 versus 1.
Never been to South California. Southern California.
LA is it's a congested city. It's just kind of a different layout, but it's really intense and there's a lot of traffic. And unfortunately, a lot of the places that I would want to see are no longer there, and the things I'd like to see are no longer there. So it's kind of, like I said, he grew up when we did, and he shows you places where they used to go hot rodding and drag racing that are now completely developed.
Yeah.
If you ever watch the movie, It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World, there's a lot of scenes where they're driving in what looks like the desert.
And it's
that's L.A.
All that's gone now. Yeah,
It's all
filled in.
developed.
But I've tried to, like Caitlin wants to go out there, and I told her, I'm like, when I was out there,
It's expensive, it's overpopulated, and there's, I think
I was out there in the spring of '88, and I was out in San Jose.
I was there in '94.
And then we drove north. We went on the freeway past or through San Francisco, which was beautiful.
That I want to go there.
And then we went way the hell up almost to like Oregon.
That's cool. So you did the coast.
Yeah, like not even the coast, like middle of California.
Oh,
We went
okay.
past like Mount Shasta.
Oh, neat.
Because we're driving. I have a picture of me and this guy who lived out there at Shasta. And like, it looks like we're standing on the side of the road. And it's like, no, there's a drop behind us of about 1,000,000 feet. But it was like that. Like you drive and it's like real congested around the cities. Then you get to the outskirts and like we were driving down this one part. It was like desert. And it's like you see in movies back then. Like if you see a road, like the road goes like this and just vanishes. And there's like buttes and shit on it. And there was nothing.
Butte, Montana.
And I kept
What?
telling them, like, we're driving around, what was it, like a Chevy Sprint, Ford Sprint, 3-cylinder piece of shit.
Not a good
I'm
car.
like, you guys are stopping every 20 minutes
I
to
think
like,
Suzuki made that.
I don't remember. I just know it had 3 cylinders, piece of crap. I'm driving because I was the only one sober. I'm like, we could die out here. Would you guys stop?
So the first time I went out was 94. I went with my ex-wife, Terry and Russ. And it was a trip that Terry and Russ, unbeknownst to all of us, were going to get engaged on. We flew out to L.A. And drove from there to Palm Springs. Terry used to be a waitress at a popular restaurant in Plymouth Meeting, Toland's. And her mom was a waitress, and Terry was a waitress while she was going to school for nursing and
Make money.
You know, honestly, that woman worked so hard.
That's why I was a waitress.
Good. I'm glad you were. I heard about the skirt.
I had the legs for it.
So her mom got friendly. She worked as a waitress as well at a Denny's, and this millionaire guy used to come in, and Terry, of course, got to know him as well, and he was a really cool dude, and he had 2 places out in Palm Springs, and he said, "Why don't you bring your friends out and stay at my other house?" And so we did. So we went out there, and we rented a Mitsubishi Montero, and we stayed in Palm Springs for 5 days, and then we did like 3 or 4 days in a place called Hermosa Beach, which is not far from Muscle Beach and all that stuff, and it was really cool. So I mean, some of the roads we were driving around on in Palm Springs, they were used in the movie. In that movie I was discussing.
Yeah, because in the beginning, it's like they're nowhere.
Kick the can.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they're literally
right.
nowhere. And when we got up north, we stopped at, he wanted to look at these cabins there. Like, he was always looking for, like, investments. There were these cabins in the middle of nowhere on a lake. And it was, like, so far out of the, like, world. It was, did you ever see pictures of the sky and you can actually see the galaxy?
Yeah.
You could see it there.
No light.
I
When I went to Maine as a kid, it was like that.
Yeah, I got up at 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I went out and walked by the lake, and it was like that. And I was like, "Holy shit!" But like I think I mentioned it before. We were talking to the one. I think it was like the waitress or the front desk girl or something. Because my one friend that was with me, flew out with me, he's hitting all over her, and I was like, "Do you like stay here?" And she goes, "No, I live in the next town over." I'm like,
Where the fuck is
how
that?
far is the next town? She's like 40
I
miles.
was gonna say 40 miles probably.
So it'd be like if like it, we're here in King of Prussia, and there wasn't another enclave of humanity until you got to Philly.
Sure.
Like it's
Go to Vegas. There's
over the
nothing. It's
horizon.
4-hour drive to the next place. Yeah. Of any kind of real settlement.
Oh, that's where we saw. So we went through Nevada, and there's just nothing.
There's nothing.
My dad
It's
has
desert.
land out. God, it's in this weird triangle between Roswell, Radium Springs, and Alamogordo, called Torrance, I think. He bought it like before I was born.
Mm-hmm.
It's an acre of desert. He showed me pictures once. I think it had a telephone pole, or maybe it's a telegraph. I have no idea. There was nothing there. I'm like, why did you buy this? You've been paying taxes on this for like.
He's probably paying $20 a year or something.
I would hope so. Yeah.
It's the novelty.
I think he thought it'd be worth something someday. And it's like, but I'm like, Dad, it's like it's out in like New Mexico. The land out there is not going to be developed for another century or two.
It's something to leave for the grandkids. I don't know.
For the grandkids.
Yeah.
But Tom Nally from Tom's World, the world famous
World famous Tom's World.
Tom's World. So we didn't get that. So you check out his YouTube page. Have you had anything out
I
recently?
don't think he has
haven't seen
anything recent. He did, he's doing his talk thing.
We should
You know,
go out
like we
one of
do.
these days and we should just walk around King of Prussia and like this is the sewer that I took my date in, and
Well, we still need an editor. We need a video editing.
I have one.
Okay, that's the key to that.
By the way, before we go any further, the reason I pulled this out, I saw you one looking at me like, why did you just?
I
throw
was
it
like,
out
what's
of
going on?
I've been
Throwing
wanting
down
to tell you this
axes.
since we had Freddie and Matt on the show.
Yeah.
So we left, and we're in your driveway, and I was walking. We're walking to the edge of your property, talking to each other. And this is an iron axe bottle opener, and it weighs about a quarter of a pound. Well, when I was talking to them, I had my laptop bag, which is like an oversized laptop bag.
Would
with
it
all the
fall
other
out
shit
and
in it.
chop your toe off?
No, it's on this bag, the beer bag.
Oh.
And I slung this over my shoulder over
Oh,
the bag without thinking. And this goddamn thing hit me in the temple. Like right here. Like right like that. And really fucking hard. And I swear to God, I thought I had a concussion.
At least you didn't break the skin.
No, it didn't break the skin, but my God, like I remember Freddie was next to me, I was talking to him, and I
He's
hit
like,
myself.
what's with this freak?
I hit myself
That's
in the
why he's
head.
not coming back to do the show anymore.
But I was just like, yeah, and I was going to it stopped like, oh my God. Like, yeah, right there right on the bone.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So I'm sorry. I've been meaning to tell you that for like a month.
I'm glad you finally told me.
I feel much better now.
So after we did Palm Springs, we went to San Diego, and Nance and I've been to San Diego as well because Alex lived there for a while.
Oh, man.
But that was a whole different life later. So we did San Diego for a day, and of course, my motivation for going to the San Diego area in that time frame was
You
to
want
go
to see the zoo.
I wanted to go to Carvin Guitars.
Oh.
They are no longer around. They're called Kiesel now. One of the sons took the guitar end, and the other son took the amplifier end.
Wasn't that the town where...
That's a Carvin amplifier. They were just outside of San Diego, in a small town.
Wasn't that where Jack, Chrissy, and Janet lived?
No,
They
no,
lived
they
near it?
lived near Venice Beach.
Why they're at the San Diego Zoo in the second season?
Maybe they went there, but they lived near Venice
That's what I thought too. But all right.
because there were shots like along
Yeah.
that whole beach.
Jack
there.
watching skating girls and stuff.
Regal Beagle.
We should have a Regal Beagle.
But
Oh, we do.
forget the town that Carvin was in. But I was really excited because I had a Carvin amp and I wanted to see the factory. And we got there and it was like Wally's World. They were closed. So I had to wait till we got to L.A. Then Outlet Store in L.A. across from Guitar Center on Sunset Boulevard. Went there, didn't see anything I liked. Walked across the street and bought a Gibson Explorer. But when we were in Hermosa Beach, and by the way, we were there the weekend that the O.J. murder thing went on.
The chase or
The
just
murders.
Ah.
We flew out the same night that he flew out of L.A.
So has anybody questioned you?
No, we weren't there at the time of the murder. We left in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Likely story.
So, so we stayed in Hermosa
Let me get
Beach,
the FBI on that
and,
right away.
We went down to this club, just a random rock club. Walked in, and there's this fucking killer band up on stage doing Zeppelin and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, like, fucking killer band. Like, and they're not like a cover band that does the note for note thing. These are fucking shredding musicians. And I look over next to me, and a singer named Mark Torian was standing next to me. He did not have long hair at the time. He had a baseball cap on and had like the Adidas outfit. It was the weirdest thing. For those that know, Mark Torian was the singer for the band, he still is, I think, or maybe, I don't know, the band The Bullet Boys. They did that song, Smooth Opinion, which was a cover, I think. But anyway, they were a pretty big band back in the 80s, and by the 90s, they were not. Things changed so fast. Anyway, so we're hanging out next to him and talking to him, and then Some other dudes were up on stage. I forget, the guitar player of another big band from the 80s was up on stage and just tearing up the guitar. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I need to live here.
Well, yeah, that's where everybody lives.
You know,
it's like
it was so great.
yeah.
And hair metal was pretty much dead at this point. This is the era of Nirvana and whatnot. But what an exciting moment! And we were supposed to go over to like the Rainbow and go check out Gazzari's, because I think Gazzari's was still open, and go to all those clubs. But we just, it took so long to get over to that side. By the time we got there and got back, you're not going to go back again at night, because it took for fucking ever. And we drove on the way to the Carvin store where we went to Guitar Center and all that. We went through Brentwood.
Oh, okay.
Which is,
You may have been involved in the murder.
it was daylight, but we went through Brentwood, and I have the receipt with the timestamp on it for that guitar. So
Okay, you better keep that.
What a cool place!
Blood on that guitar?
Yes, that's mine.
Okay.
But I really liked it out there. I mean, the thing that even when I go to Vegas, there's no change of season really. Although Vegas does get cool this time of year in Vegas, it's about 30 or 40 degrees.
It's kind of like where I lived in Florida. It's relative.
No, it's not like Florida. Florida is.
But I mean, out there
they have temperature dips.
There, you don't have
Vegas gets
it gets
cold.
cold because you don't have any moisture in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's probably let's just see what it is right now out there.
I mean, it gets cold at night.
I mean, Nance and I were there 2 years ago this time of year, exactly December 19th.
But I mean, imagine in daytime, it's not
2020.
It's kind of warm.
23. I don't know.
Like San Jose was like that. It was in the daytime, it was warm, but in the morning and the evening, it was cold as shit. Shit cold?
Looking up.
When I pick up the dog shit,
So
it's cold.
it's actually not too bad right now. It's 58
Yeah, that's kind of
and it's raining. See, people don't think it does that,
Oh, I know it rains there.
but
But yeah, that's what it was like in Florida in the wintertime, and everybody was like
but when
freezing their
Nance and
asses
I were
off.
there, it was like in the 40s and 30s.
Yeah, it'll drop.
So we brought we brought the right clothes and everything like that, but
God, man.
it does get cold. And Vegas is amazing because there's a lot of great guitar stores.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's a lot of guys that moved from California to Vegas to escape all the taxes and all that stuff. And, the real estate's much more reasonable, relatively speaking, than being in L.A.
Well, yeah.
So there's a lot of rock stars living out there. There's a lot of guys that wanted to be rock stars, and the ones that wanted to be rock stars, and even some of the ones that were rock stars, they need to hawk some gear sometimes. So
Hey, Terry.
hey, see, we were just talking about you, Terry. We were just talking about the trip we all took way back when we went to
San Diego?
Palm Springs, and we did a Palm Springs one-day trip. Well, I call that the hacky sack trip.
I lived in the Florida version of Palm Springs.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little more white trashy, but yeah,
sorry.
that's fine. Found a boat once.
I bet there were a lot of boats.
No, I mean I found it. Like
You were
took it. And
oh,
went on
okay.
the water
Oh,
with it.
you confiscated it.
No, I found it.
Okay.
I salvaged it. It was a derelict. Well, it floated up to me. I don't know. It was just there.
Okay, Jim.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But I did find out if you don't have a paddle or an engine, it is a bastard to get back to land.
This is a nitrogen.
Yeah, there's a widget in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just one.
That's why it was so foamy.
That was a great trip, Terry. That was a lot of fun. The best part was you and Russell arguing while we drove, but that's another story for another day.
Hey.
But I did like when the raccoon rode up. We took one of those cable car things, from the valley up to the mountain, and this raccoon jumped on, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry, that's normal." They use this as transportation to get back and forth.
Well, they're domesticating themselves now.
I've heard.
So,
there was an article today.
Any minute now. I'm sorry, Lace.
They could replace the dog.
Yeah.
They're very smart.
Yeah, and they tear your shit out of your kitchen. I'm not.
And they've
dealing
got
with that.
the extra digit.
Thumb,
Yeah.
But still, I don't think I want that. I
But,
don't want a pet that can use a screwdriver.
Why not?
Imagine all the shit they could get into.
But it was a great trip. I mean, we the guy who owned the property, he took us out in his car and drove us around and showed us like places of distinction. And, we saw Bob Hope's house, who was, I think he was still alive then. And we actually sat outside of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell's house. Which, you're sitting there and you're kind of in the car. You're going, well, this is wrong.
Yeah.
They're in the house and there's another fucking car sitting outside.
We used to do that. We went to the Post Estate, which is unfortunately now Mar-a-Lago. Back then, it was the the cereal people owned it, and it looked completely different.
Mm-hmm.
The Kennedy compound was there.
Well, these aren't the places I'm talking about weren't.
But it was like John Lennon's house was there.
Yeah, these were just houses. I mean, Frank Sinatra's house was just a house.
Yeah, you just pull up to it.
I mean, it wasn't just a house; it was a big,
but people
palatial
do
thing.
it. Like I would see people queued up.
So my buddy Larry, when Gene Simmons owned that big 18,000 square foot house up in Laurel Canyon, he drove up and he took a picture of the driveway and all that stuff.
Did you knock on the door?
The door, you can't.
Hey, come on.
You can hit the intercom if you want.
If Tex Watson can get into Harry Meltzer's house, you can certainly do it.
You could do that. Yeah. But it's a thing people do. They find out where they live, and I found it. I found
the maps to the stars shit.
When I figured out where Gene, the vicinity of where he was, I did the map thing with the satellite, and I was like, oh, there it is, it's right there. And then similarly, which is why some people found Derek's properly, I was able to figure out by street signs and other things where his place was on that, the television show that he did, Vice Grip Garage. And
you stand out in front of his house like a snow shovel waiting.
Well, Nance and I did discuss the fact that if we ever get out to Nashville, we were going to take a ride. He's going to have a place. He's building a welcome center of some sort. He's putting together. And we're like, we could drive by where he lives, just to drive by, but that's wrong. But
yeah, that's really fucked up. Yeah,
but I wanted to do it.
I mean, we have people that do that here, and it's kind of creepy.
I mean, I was just watching a video the other day. Richie Faulkner lives in Nashville. That's where he's based out of. Richie Faulkner, that guy from Judas Priest. And he's there with his wife, who is George Lynch's daughter. Like, I wouldn't mind going to a bar and running into Richie Faulkner.
I'm not thrilled with Nashville. When I was there, I wasn't impressed with it.
I would like to go to Music Row, but more importantly, I would like to go to the Gibson Garage, which is right off the main drag. They have lots of demo guitars in there. It's got a ding on it. Okay, we'll knock $500 off of it. Fine, I'm going to put 16 more my first gig. I'll take the ding guitar. I mean, for crying out loud.
I would just avoid Stuckey's. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been to a Stuckey's.
I went outside of Dolly World. I do not recommend.
Cool. I think they're cool. You can get anything there.
I got food poisoning there.
Oh, well, that's
on a 12-hour drive home.
I got food poisoning at Excalibur.
My dad went to some restaurant near where our hotel was, and he went and he ordered a Philly cheesesteak. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's not.
Don't order a cheesesteak outside of Delaware Valley. You're not going to like what you get.
Apparently, you can get a good cheesesteak now in Florida.
No.
Yeah.
I had one down there at Alums.
Not when you were there. I'm talking about now. Yeah. And I know for a fact at the Rio in Las Vegas, what's his name opened up a steak place there, the guy from South Philly. And they make a real...
Who?
I don't know what the guy's...
Gino? Or
not Gino. The other... I don't know. One of those guys.
Tony Luca?
Tony Luke's. There's Tony Luke's in Rio.
Well, I mean, they have Wawa's down there now.
Well, yeah. But they make a legit steak sandwich. So
that's what I could never figure out. How do you
if you're in
fuck
Vegas
up?
and you're listening to the show, you're a loser. But if you're in Vegas and you want to taste what a Philly cheesesteak tastes like, that's the closest you're going to get.
I mean, how do you fuck up a Philly cheesesteak? You just get shredded.
It's about the roll.
It's not even about the roll. I've had it
and
where
it's about the meat.
The roll it's just like a New York strip or roll. I've had my dad. I think it was like.
Now, isn't it ribeye that they use? It's shaved ribeye.
No, it wasn't shaved. It was a steak.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe.
It's all about the way you make it.
But I mean, my dad had I think it was a chicken fried steak on a bun, and he got sick because it was probably like 14 months old. I mean, I don't know. We both got sick there, and I just didn't like the place.
Well, then don't go again.
I'm not.
Okay.
Done.
Just get gas.
Done.
And keep moving.
Fuck it, man.
Jesus.
Been to Kentucky. Been to Been to Tennessee. I'm done.
Yeah, I'd never done those places.
2 fucking time zones. I can't deal with that.
I've been to Atlanta. I've been there for business and pleasure. Pleasure was when I was a child, though. Went to the Peaches Records, I think. Maybe I didn't.
You went to Atlanta for pleasure as a child?
My parents had a friends that were living outside of Atlanta, and we went there.
Fuck was down there for you?
Stayed there with them on a vacation, and
In Atlanta.
in Atlanta. But there was a suburb.
Still, I mean, what the
It
hell?
was it was one of the greatest trips of my childhood.
Wow.
They had a jukebox and they had Disco Duck loaded in.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
know.
Did they have Miko Star Wars? Because that'd be.
I don't remember. All I remember is they had Disco Duck, and I kept playing that record over and over. And that was the trip that I saw Star Wars. It was
Oh, so the Miko hadn't done that yet.
so we went to the movies one day because we were supposed to go to Six Flags over Georgia, and it rained. I was very upset.
Yeah.
And my father said, we're going to go to the movies today. And the day before, I'd bought my first Kiss music. I bought Kiss Rock and Roll Over on cassette.
Yep.
And that cemented me into that. And then we went to the movies instead of going to this
Big
amusement
ass.
park.
Yeah.
And I saw Star Wars. Well, those were the two things that changed my entire
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to do that.
trajectory of my life. There's no two things that I'm more into than those two things.
I remember when we were in Florida, my mom wanted to go to the National Enquirer compound.
It all makes sense.
Whatever the hell it is.
My grandmother was into the National Enquirer.
Yeah, that Weekly World News and everything. But
Good stuff.
We went down there and
Very truthful.
She's running around the place. Yeah, now I think it's called Fox News. But and I can say that because
Didn't Rupert
kind of worked for him. Yeah,
yeah, he owned all
Rupert
that.
owned
Yeah,
all that stuff.
that's what I
yeah.
thought.
And I worked for Rupert, so
So did I, indirectly.
leave me alone. I know what I'm talking about. But don't give me any shit.
I
Don't
worked
yell
for
about anything. It's not
ABC too.
political. I worked for the guy. He's a monster. But I remember going in there and they had the world's biggest HO train set or whatever the hell it was. And they had a drive-in playing Star Wars on a little tiny drive-in screen.
That's cool.
And I stayed there the entire time. My mom's running around talking to Bat
You're
Boy
watching
Baby, and I just watched Star Wars a couple of times until she found me.
And I think it was one of the first when I saw Star Wars. It was we were in a theater that had the Dolby Surround, which was a new thing at that time.
Yeah.
So it was a very
Predates THX.
very exciting to be able to watch a movie.
I just remember going to see that movie, and it was like, I think that was for guys what Footloose was a few years later for girls.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Girls I went
No
to school
comparison.
with. Yeah. They were like sitting in the rows.
Footloose was not a cultural.
For the girls
Game
I went to
changer.
school with, it was.
That's because they were from Upper Merion.
No, they were from the main line.
Hmm.
They're Catholic schoolgirls, man. They love that shit.
I mean, Star Wars was to movies what Eddie Van Halen was to rock and roll.
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to just go to my mom would drop
It's
me
a game
off.
changer.
And
Dude,
I'd
you
sit
were
there all
sitting in
day.
my living room the other day, and you're like, what the fuck is vibrating?
Yeah.
And it's a subwoofer.
Well, I was like, "What's the bass?" It sounded like there was like bass coming from somewhere. And I'm
Yeah.
like, is somebody downstairs?
That's the technology that movie helped.
Yeah.
It may not have invented it, but it helped push it forward.
Yeah.
THX.
I used to love that THX promo they did. Yep.
I have a bunch of video.
Oh, I know
cassettes.
it's for girls too. I don't understand the Footloose thing either
At
myself.
any minute, I'm going to leave the room because I'm expecting a very important
All right.
call.
Well, I'm going to leave the room before you do.
Oh, you better hurry because if I have to get this call, then there's going to be nobody on the air. You know, Terry. One of these days, we're going to go. We're going to go to Vegas and see. I agree with you, Terry. Star Wars was for girls. Jim seems to. He's a little mistaken on that one, but that's fine. You know. But we're going to go to Vegas, and it would be cool to go back to California again, and do some stuff there. We did go to Universal while we were there, and that was the height of. Trying to think of the shows that were on. Backdraft was a big movie, so we saw the Backdraft thing. I'm trying to think. Northern Exposure was a really big TV show at that time. And I got a Northern Exposure coffee mug, which I had for many, many years. And of course, like all those things, they eventually break and it's gone. Nashville would be awesome, Tara. I want to go there. I want to go to Dollywood. I want to go to Gruhn's Guitars. There's a million guitar shops in the Nashville area that are just full of stuff, and as a collector, buyer, whatever, that's where I want to go. I don't spend $15,000 on a guitar, but
Do not eat at the Stuckies outside of Dolly World.
I want to go to Nashville.
Gross.
It's,
Don't do it.
For what everybody tells me, it's a 2-day thing. Now, for me, it would be a 3-day thing because there's a million guitar stores to go to, and there's a lot of car places all out there. Like,
Why don't you just take a week?
well, yeah, I don't know.
Do the whole thing.
I want to do it, and if you're going to do it right. So I watch a place called Maple Motors. They're in Tennessee.
Sounds sticky.
I think they're north of Nashville. They have a car lot, and they sell some cool cars. They're not the greatest cars. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
And but I just want to go there and meet the guy that does the videos because I've been watching him now for 4 or 5 years.
See, I don't like meeting people that I don't really like that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean like Tom Nally?
No, not Tom Nally, but like I've met people like on TV and stuff, and like they just look at you like, ugh.
Oh, you pissed off Evan. Evan said Star Wars wasn't for girls; it was for everyone.
Well, I didn't piss him off. I didn't say it was for girls. His mom did.
Oh boy.
Let him fight it out. I was just saying that Footloose seemed to be a big deal for girls, like because when I saw Star Wars, I would go in the whenever the first
Madonna
show
was a big thing for girls when I was.
But I would just sit. I would sit there and just watch it all day. I'd just keep
I had
watching.
a friend who his father managed a movie theater, and he saw it 30 times.
Oh, Jesus.
That summer.
I only saw it 15.
He loved it.
Yeah, I mean, my mom would just drop me off because, like, I don't have to hear you all day. Go, just fuck off.
And Terry, where is Evan picked? He picked somewhere close, right? He picked a local college, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be a delay for her answer, unfortunately.
That's true, yeah.
I think we're going to have band practice on Monday next week, Terry. By the way, while I have you on the line here, that'll go over great with my wife, but that's fine.
And we're still doing Tuesday next week here, right?
We are. I think what's that? The 30th.
30th, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And the 7th, we're having Mark Chasen in.
Ohio State.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Nice.
Oh, good for you, Evan.
Congratulations, man.
I don't know what we're going to do because the band practice is going to be on Tuesday, so I might have to move it to Monday of that week, and it's going to be a little.
Well, why? Where aren't we having him in on
We're having it
Wednesday?
on the 7th, right?
Wednesday?
Was that a Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the show's going to move to Wednesday at least for a while.
For a little while
in 2026.
It's going to move around a little bit.
So.
Yes, I have it on my calendar, the 7th. Yes, so but I do have some press approvals coming up, so there's going to be some stuff going on that may impact everything that I'm doing. Unfortunately, this whole thing isn't going away anytime soon. 59.5 could change everything. Could change everything.
Huh?
59.5.
What's that?
When I can draw on my some of my funds.
Oh,
that may change everything.
I assume I'm never going to reach retirement age. They'll move it again.
Oh, there's always that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But I hope they don't do it next year.
Well, I don't know.
And what's so next week? Next week's New Year's, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, like tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so there definitely would be no band practice on New Year's Eve.
Well, no. Well, maybe.
And people ask me all the time, like, "Oh, how come you guys don't play? How come Old School doesn't play on New Year's?" I did it. I've done it
Same reason you don't play on Halloween.
a bunch. Exactly. I've done it a bunch of times though. I actually, whereas with Halloween, I've never budged. For New Year's, I did budge. I did it.
Well, if you're not here on Halloween, people will they'll burn your house down.
When Terry and Russ were in the band, we did a Halloween New Year's show. and it was a horrible experience. You know, there was like, we got paid a lot of money, and it wasn't a great crowd, and it was like.
I remember. I got invited down.
And then we did the water tower for multiple years, which, you know, no offense to them, it was great and everything like that, but to me, it just felt like any other gig that I played.
Yeah, but I mean, I got invited down the
I don't
street
wanna do that.
one time by somebody who worked down there for New Year's, and I was very not impressed by it.
I mean, it's just another night.
Yeah, but it
And
wasn't
you do
even
like
that,
you do a little celebration when New Year's rolls around, and
but it wasn't even
people
that.
get fucked up
People
and-
were just like leaving before midnight. Like the staff left.
see, that's
It was dumb.
I would listen. For me, you know, I want to be with my closest friends and family on New Year's Eve. That's what I want. I've done it.
I want to be somewhere where if I fall down, they can just throw a blanket on me and I'm fine.
Oh, we have a story about that with Larry. But
There you go.
Steven Adler would stew me. You know, for years I did a New Year's party. Years and years, going back to when I was a kid living in my parents' house, and that evolved into this monstrosity when I was married to Christine. And we had our apartments, and you know, we had the frat house, as we called it, and then we had three houses after that, ending here. And then you know, the tradition carried on after, you know, into Nancy and all that, and albeit it got a little weirder because, you know, like we used to have an open house, so all kinds of people used to come here. Like it was insane. Like anybody could come.
Oh God.
It was insane. I mean, it was absolutely, the things that went on here were just fucked up. And you know, then we started doing the water tower shows, old school, and then after that, what was it, last year? I think last year was the first time we did.
Been a while, yeah.
Yeah. And so it was, you know, just a couple friends last year, and this year's no different. It's just going to be family and
Prior to that, they were like blowouts. You guys would come down here, and musicians would just come down
and jam.
Yeah, and go crazy.
Jam,
yeah.
And, you know, and I always had a smoke machine set up in the jam room, and kids would be in here. When David was little, I mean, he'd be in here with all his friends, you know, making noise.
Yeah, why not?
It was fun. It was fun. One of the best parties was New Year's Eve, 96 and in 97. I think that was the one. That was the one that Terry's referencing, where my poor buddy Larry, my sister was doing shots with him, except he didn't know that she was matching everything he was doing, but she was drinking water.
Nice.
And he got a little sick.
Yeah, that happens.
So that was a wild party. People were.
That's why I
My
stopped.
buddy Rich was out back breathing fire. We deep fried a turkey, I think. There was a lot of stuff going on. That was in East Falls, in Philly, where there was nowhere to park. And so when people found a spot, you know, they'd come, and the rule was, if you're drinking, you're staying. So we would have like 30 or 40 people. You know, they'd bring, I don't know, I guess they brought sleeping bags. I don't remember, but there was always, I'd come down in the morning and there'd just be people everywhere.
Wow.
My first apartment was like that. And you know, people hooked up and got married from some of these parties. Like, you know, oh, I met him. You know, it was pretty good. You know, yeah. Or I met her or whatever.
See,
Like,
we used to have for Halloween at one of the big Tudor mansion on Keebler
oh yeah,
Road.
yeah, that would have been.
We used to do that kind of
Oh,
thing.
that's
but-
so cool.
But he booted everybody out. Like only like they were like, those guys are like my best friends from from my neighborhood days. And I didn't get to stay there, but it was only like the very, very in crowd did.
But you could walk home.
Yeah, but I did drive there one time, and
So
I
I'll
got
tell you something.
really fucked up and had to have my very, very short friend drive me home, which bugged me the next day when I tried to get in the car.
Seat was up to the ceiling.
Oh my God, it wasn't up the ceiling. It was up. Like I got in and my knees hit me in the chin.
Ball chin. The only thing that sucked about I had parties at my parents' house. They would go out, and I would have parties at the house. Sometimes they would go away. And I lived in what used to be the garage and the basement. It was made into a little apartment. So I used to have tons of people over. This is back in the Instinct days, the original Instinct. And then my first apartment, we had the crazy parties. Now, the problem with that apartment was it was a converted twin. So the upstairs was an apartment and the downstairs was an apartment. So my bedroom was essentially a walled-off section of a dining room, and the only bathroom was in the bedroom.
Oh, fun.
So when like 20 or 30 people would stay over, or however many people stayed over,
It wasn't the place to sleep.
I'm sleeping in the bedroom. And at that point, once I get to a certain point, especially then when I would drink, I didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And if they came in the bedroom to use the bathroom, it was terrible. There was nowhere else to go except unless you went outside and peed in the grass or.
Yeah, who
A lot
does
of people,
that
there
like
was
an
a-
animal?
There was a dry cleaners across the street. A lot of people would go to the dry cleaners and pee on the dumpster behind the dry cleaners.
Nobody's got to know.
There's now an apartment building there, apparently. Evan's telling me to look at my Instagram pictures. You sent me. That's nice, Evan. You haven't sent me any pictures in a long time. I haven't seen any of the pictures. I don't really go on Instagram, though, Evan. If you want to really send me stuff, the best way, honestly, is to send me an email or through Facebook, because I'm an old person, and old people use Facebook. I do go on Instagram occasionally. I have no notifications on there. My wife is more with that. She's on there constantly, man. She's on there every 5 fucking
The
seconds.
podcast has a Twitch page.
I don't even know what the fuck Twitch is. What's that?
It's another thing you don't understand.
Maybe you should put us up on Instagram. Is that possible? No, probably not.
No, it is. Yeah, I don't know. We can't stream there, but
Oh, you see.
we could put stuff up there.
See, there's all these things. But that flight should be landing any second, dude.
What? Here, hang on a minute.
I gotta see. PHL. I need to know this because I need to run to the store.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to find the?
I don't know what airline she's on though. I'm not sure. I think it's American.
So it's from Milan.
No. It's from Atlanta to Philly.
Oh,
Should be landing any minute. Any second. I thought I saw that it was at 8:50.
you don't know the airline?
I don't know if it's American or Delta. I think it's American. Anyway, she's going to be landing any second, and I got stuff to do. Because it is 9:00.
There. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at here. This is awful.
it's here it is. 8:35. So she's going to call me any minute.
Oh, there you go. She's probably still picking up stuff in the baggage line,
Yeah.
and they probably haven't landed yet.
At 8:35, it's 9:00. We didn't even do it.
Yeah,
Florida, man.
that's true.
All right. Well, I got to go.
Yep, we'll go. We'll be back next time on Tuesday.
I know we started late. We cut you short, but,
Sorry about that.
shorty along and go.
Had to be done.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah.
If you want to do the show with us, come on down and give us a call.
Yeah. Figure something out.
You can come on the show.
Yeah. It'll be just before New
Except
Year's, so
you, Elvira.
tell all kinds of nasty stuff you're going to be doing.
All right.
That's how louder than I want it to be.
We'll see you in a week.
Yep. Oh, that's nothing. That's
Merry
even better.
Christmas and Merry Ho Ho and all that.
Yep. And yeah, we'll say Happy New Year next week because we'll be here. Right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. See you next time. Take care. Good night.